Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, and today I'll be reading a multi-character listener by me. So let's get into it. Midoriya Izuku. There was always something so magical about Izuku. In many ways, you wanted to spoil him and to give him all the love that you possibly could. His freckled cheeks and the way they all got red when you actually teased him, or whenever he got shy or embarrassed. They were always so adorable that you wanted to bite them sometimes. Squishy and red, a part of his charm, the way you could just have your heart melt while you were watching him do something ordinary. You loved him, the way he could be so endearing and charming while doing absolutely anything. And he's charming in ways that most other people are not. Probably it's a Midoriya thing. Maybe it's a you being biased thing, but whatever it is, you're happy. And that's all that really matters to you right now. Because when you tease him, and his cheeks get wet again, you can't stop yourself when you reach out to pinch his cheeks, and he freezes, and you slowly watch as more color proceeds to reach his cheeks. He's almost as red as a tomato now, and it's so adorable to watch. So you can't help but let out a soft giggle as you watch him, smiling. Oh, Yuzu, you don't know how adorable you can be, do you? He blushes, shaking his head. Wyan, you just love teasing me, that's all, he said, pouting this time, maybe as an attempt to hide his shyness and embarrassment, turning away from you and crossing his arms. But you could never truly hide from you, because you were insistent like that. You were not leaving him anytime soon, and as you proceed to wrap your arms around his waist and bring him in towards you for a soft kiss on the cheek, he knows that you will not be leaving him be anytime soon. And if you were to be honest, he doesn't mind it. He just minds the embarrassment. But hopefully, he will get used to this. Todoroki Shoto. Todoroki actually, well, he's got the cutest cheeks and the cutest face ever. Not to mention his expressions are kind of funny to watch. The way he can be so clueless, so innocent, to even the most basic of things. Sometimes it makes you feel bad for him. But right now, well, he looked incredibly cute. And right now, your friends are talking about something. And you were sitting there, watching Todoroki's reaction. And that was one of those moments where he looked incredibly cute as well. Too adorable, and too clueless for his own good. It was about relationships and milestones. And he had no idea how those worked. The two of you were not really spending that much time doing things together and trying to pave your way amongst this. After all, even though you were dating for 2 months now, there were many things you did not know, and many things you did not know that he needed teaching. But you knew that with time and effort, and with your love, you would be able to get through this with ease. Because you loved him just as much as he loved you, and you were willing to do everything to make him happy. But right now, seeing him blush, and the way he was so shy, and so confused over every little thing, it was adorable and too much for you to not want to pass upon. And you reached out, pinching his cheek gently, and he froze, looking at you in absolute confusion. Wyan, what are you doing? It's called pinching someone's cheek. That's what I did. And then he looked at you, tilting his head. I know you pinched my cheek, but why did you do it? And your friends laughed, and so he did, while he blushed, pouting, and you had explained that he just thought he looked too adorable for you not to do that, and it was a reflex. You couldn't resist, so it's not really your fault, is it? And after a bit, he gives in, deciding he does not want to argue with you. He loves you far too much to fight anyway. Bakugou Katsuki. Now, Katsuki actually can be very adorable at times, though he will never know it. As scary as he could be and as rough as he could look like on the outside, you knew him well, and you knew how he was like. Behind closed doors, when it was only you there, when it was just the two of you, and your love was all there is. Maybe he wasn't the softest or the most lovey-dovey person around, but he was yours. He was your Katsuki who loved you very much, and whom you loved in return. You loved him, everything about him, and sometimes, whether he liked to admit it or not, he was cute, at least to you. And you wanted to do something about it. After all, he was not just going to be cute and you were not going to sit there and watch him be like that. You were going to act, to do something about his irresistible cuteness that you could never ever resist in any way. You wanted to do something, perhaps to spite him, see his reaction, or tease him further. So when you reached out of nowhere and pinched his cheek, he looked at you, utterly stunned because he never expected you to do such a thing. And he stared at you, and his stare slowly dissolved into a glare. Just what do you think you're doing? I think I did that, you say shyly, before pinching his cheek again and running, and he runs right after you, grabbing a pillow, as if to hit you with it, and you couldn't help but laugh out loud as you ran down the stairs of the building. While he stayed right on your tail. He was not going to let go of this, but, at the very least, you found out that his cheeks were indeed very soft, softer than they looked, even, and you also noticed that he blushed when he did that, so it was something that you had truly put in your mind. After all, if you want to see him blush again, you have to know a way around it, and this was certainly an easy way to do. Well, not very easy considering the running that you have to do after, but if you were to weigh it up, you considered it very worthwhile, as getting Katsuki to blush could be very rare to do, and he looks incredibly cute doing that.